What's up, everyone? I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do Fivem chains today. Um, I haven't done something like this, but bear with me here while we continue with this and get this running. So, you're gonna start off. You're gonna need a couple apps before we start. It'll be one of them being Inkscape, so you can turn it into an SVG. Then you'll need 3ds Max to actually make the chain, rig it, um, and all of that. You also need Blender to make the pendant, and then what else do you need? Photoshop or Photopea. I know some people use Photopea. I don't. I like Photoshop. I'm used to it. But yeah, that will be everything you will need to make Fivem chains. Um, so let's go ahead and start. So you're gonna want to go in. You're gonna pick a font you want. I'm gonna just do a basic chain. I think just a basic one that says my name, what I go by. So, one thing you're also gonna want to do. Let's do this way. Let's delete all this. We'll just use this one. Alright, so you got your first name down. I want to center this a little more. Alright, there we go. You're gonna want to file, export as PNG. Save, and then you're gonna come over here. Go to stroke. You're gonna do 15 for the next one. Double click that, and then you're just gonna export this next one. Export as PNG. Change the name to a 2. And then do it again, but then you're gonna do 30 on the last one. This will be the very back of your pendant. There you go. You're just gonna copy the first one. And we're gonna do 3. And then you're gonna come over to Inkscape, hit new document, hit file, open. Okay, then you're gonna do 1. Okay. We're gonna go to path, trace bitmap, apply, export. Now it's gonna say portable PNG. It might say Inkscape SVG. You just want plain SVG. Export it, and then I'm gonna hit Control N for new, Control O to open. Do 2. Okay. Path, trace bitmap, apply, export this again. Make sure it is a plain SVG. Export. Control N again. And just repeat the process. And then you got 3. That should be the last one we do. And then we'll bring it over to Blender. Trace bitmap. Apply. Export. And then plain SVG. There we go. And then you can close out all these. I'm not going to save them because I don't plan on ever doing this again with this chain. Awesome. So then we kind of come over to Blender, hit File, Import, SVG. Here, I'll slow down. Sorry. Go to Import, scroll down to SVG. And then you're going to go down to wherever that may be. Finish chains, shadow personal. And just import each one by one. And they should all be here. Now to move in here, it's kind of weird. Hold middle mouse button to do this. Zoom. And then use that little hand right here to get it all lined up. So now that you got each thing in here, you're going to want to, what I do at least, I just come over here and do out the material. And then you're going to come over to this fringe. Solidify. I'm going to do that on each one. You're going to see some lines and stuff. We'll fix that here in a second. So now that you got all of them solidified, highlight them all, do this, or if you want you could do this. This will also work. And I'm right clicking whenever I do that, and then you hit convert to mesh. We're gonna raise it up a little bit, so to get it looking all nice. So this will be the top, very, very top one. This will be the second line. There you go. You can kind of see the pendant coming together. If you want to increase or shorten this, you can hit S and then Z. But I honestly don't mind how thick that is. So now we're going to go on and move on to fixing these little lines you see. So what you're going to do, hit tab, hit A, come over to mesh, clean up, delete loose, highlight these, delete vertices, and it's going to keep doing that until you delete them all. Now there's no more. You can go back over. It shouldn't have any more loose ones, but just in case. Can never be too safe. I'm going to turn this down actually. I think that's it. Alright. I think the rest of them are actually pretty good. This one still has some loose ones. So, delete loose, just like that. I'll go ahead and do it on this one. I don't think I did. Alright. Now you got your pendant. Once you do this, you're going to come to A, highlight all, hit U, unwrap. Smart UV project, unwrap. A, or tab, A, U, unwrap. Smart UV. It's going to do this for each and every single section you do. And then you should be able to check it in the UV editing. It should be like that. Now some people texture in this. I don't texture in this. I texture everything in 3ds. And yeah, that's that. So there you go. There's your pendant you officially made. Now we're going to go to File. We're going to go to Export. And Wavefront. OBJ. Gonna go back to Downloads. Gonna go back to Finish Chains. Shadow Personal. There you go. Now I'm gonna come over to good old Blender. Well, not Blender, sorry. 3ds. You also need GIMS Evo. Now, this doesn't work on 2026. You have to have 2026 or 2025 and before, I believe. If you want a video, I can make a video on how to add this to your 3ds. But this is gonna be how you like edit your materials and all that. Some things you'll do beforehand, go ahead and go over here, hit high quality, perspective, and change to this other one. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that because I can't speak. And then from here, you're gonna go to import. You're just gonna import a chain. Let's see. What else? Let's do. I'm just gonna throw a random one in here. I don't know which one I want to do, to be honest with y'all. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, that works perfect. Okay, so we'll just use this one just for the meantime. Now let's import our pendant. Downloads. Finish chains. Shadow personal. Pendant OBJ. And there's a pendant. Now, as you can see, it's small. So, also, to move around in here, hold middle mouse button, and then you can move it. To zoom in and out, just scroll. Hit W, grab this blue, and you're going to bring it towards you. You can use this block in the top right to like change your point of view. Then we're gonna go back to the front. And then hit E to change how you want it to sit, like to rotate it. And then R to make it bigger. So I'm gonna make the whole, I'll make the whole thing bigger. So I'm gonna grab that middle piece where it's all highlighted. And then you can make it bigger, smaller. But I'm also gonna stretch it out just a little bit so it's a little more wider. And yeah, you're gonna do this. You're just gonna line it up, get it looking nice, make it look realistic placement. If you ever do what I do, just zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out, you know. Something simple like that. Okay. And if you ever want to look at it, make sure it's going to sit right on a ped, like on your Fivem character. That's not lined up. This is going to be the hardest part, is actually lining it up. In my Discord, I do have the same package that I'm using today, and we also sell other ones. What you do, you got peds under this, go to mail OBJ, and there's your Fivem character model. So I want this looking a little bit bigger, so I'm actually gonna something like that, I think. If you ever want to see what your polys are looking like, hit 7, and then it'll pop up your polys. Anything over 250k can cause server issues. I just like to remind people of that, because a lot of people don't realize. And you see 500,000 plus poly chains and wonder why they don't work. So next we're going to go down to texturing. This is kind of fun. So you're not going to open up Google Chrome. If you have textures, this will be the time to use them. If not, again, we sell them. We sell everything for your chains in our Discord. And if you need custom chains done, you can holler at us. We'll get them done. Usually same day. Depends on the volume of people we have. But normally we can get them done same day. I think I'm going to do a purple glow. I think that would look kind of cool. Or I could do a red glow, actually. Because, like, so it'll be diamonds. A colored glow is how I'm going to do it. And then, diamonds again. And then it'll be diamonds and just normal throughout the chain. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the black and purple. So he's going to drag the textures onto it. Oh, don't put it in the background. Make sure you're actually throwing it on the chain. That doesn't look that bad, actually. I kind of like that. Okay, so now we're going to go into actually editing it, so I'm making it look right. So you'll click on that, highlight it, go up to modifier, hit unwrap UV, W, and then open UV editor. Come up to this checkered and a map, and wherever you're gonna, I want all of this to sit inside the diamonds. So I'm just gonna move all this over here, make them as big as I can without making it look like purple. And so now there you go. Now you got the diamonds inside, looking decent. I'm just gonna do it like that. Keep it clean. And they're gonna right click it and collapse 2. Yes. Go to the next one and do the same thing. Now since this is gonna glow, it's gonna be purple. Whenever I go in here, I'm gonna put it all in the purple side, as you can see. So you kind of get to play Tetris to make everything fit. And the black part, you're gonna move down here. And that looks fine. Collapse 2. It's not gonna be perfect because I'm just showing you how to do it in basic steps. But it does look decent. And then for the last one, we're gonna do this. And this will be all diamonds. So move everything over here. Right click, collapse 2. Yes. There you go. Now you got your chain, your pendant fully done. Now this, I might actually keep this way because I honestly kind of like the way the purple looks. I'm going to still unwrap it to make it look, see if I can make it any nicer, I should say. Sorry, I'm kind of like stuttering. Map for PNG. I'm just going to make this bigger, see if I can make that a little more smoother. Now what is this? You can always highlight it to see what exactly it's highlighting. Okay, so that's what's making it black around the sides. I'm gonna keep like that. I kind of like how this is looking. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Maybe I'll make this a little bigger, smooth it out a little. Yeah, I kind of like how this has turned out. Okay. Gonna collapse 2. Yes. And then what you're gonna do next is you're gonna come over here, click on the chain, click on this box right here on element, scroll down, and you're gonna set each ID. So, or sorry, you're gonna attach everything. My apologies, guys. Yeah, you're gonna attach everything. My apologies. I'm just gonna hit match material ID. Just hit OK on everything while you're attaching it. Now you're gonna make your chain all one. There you go. Your chain's all one now. And from here, we're gonna use the GIMS Evo. Go ahead and import that. It's gonna load everything. It's gonna take a little bit to load. That actually went by a lot quicker. And then you're gonna rig it. So 3ds, TIFF ODD first, and then the file next. And then it's gonna say GIMS Evo is working. It's gonna take a little bit to import. I'm just gonna let this import. You should have your basic generic Fivem chain. Or sorry, your GTA 5 chain. It's gonna say report. Don't worry about that. Just hit back. And you should have this basic Fivem chain. Or I'm gonna keep doing that, ain't I? I'm gonna go over to tools, layer explorer. I'm gonna make it smaller so I can actually see. And then you're gonna see this TIFF 013 medium and low, and then high. You're gonna want to delete the medium and the low. So control click both of those, hit delete. I should make this like polished look. So once you got that up, you're gonna want to attach this to your chain and rig it. So there you go. Match materials. Now come over to element, and then you're gonna want to click on. So like if this one was 1, you got this, and now you're just gonna want to hit delete. Now that's all gone. So from here, now you got your chain, and you got skin and all that. You're gonna want to come to skin, remove, edit envelopes, remove everything except spine 3, come down to paint weight, and you see how nothing's really highlighted? You're going to want to highlight everything. So you gotta uncheck paint blend weights too. So once everything's red, you should be good. And also you want to set your IDs. So everything that's matching the colors that aren't gonna glow, you want to have the same matching ID. So this will probably be like, yeah, 2. Teeth 2. So you'll click on this, this has 3. You're gonna want to set it to 2. Set ID 2. Set. Alright, and then this top one, you're gonna want to do the same. So this is 4. I'm gonna set it to 2. And then 5 is gonna be separate because it's gonna glow. So, which actually, I'm going to set this to 3 just to lower the number. Alright. So now that we got this all done, and all this done, I think you're going to go on to Material Editor now. Yeah, so all that's done. Gonna go back over to the wrench. Pull up GEMS again. Material Editor. Now I gotta wait for it to load. Give it a little bit to load. I'm gonna go into Material Editor. So we have some extra things here. All we'll need is 2 and 3. So it's gonna do this. Gonna hit Options, Delete. Yes. Alright, so that's 2, and then we also need 3 because that's why I changed the glow one to. Delete. Delete. Alright, so 2. We're gonna do this one first. Alright, so this one's not gonna glow, so these are gonna be the things you use. PED on both of them. Your wind, you want on 0 on each one. Your intensity, all the way up to 1. Your frenzel, 0.45. And your fall off, will be 1997. And then you're gonna go on to textures. Make sure you embed each texture, so your specular texture will be your spec map. So again, go back to your go to spec map, import that. Diffuse texture, this will be a texture. I'm gonna skip that just because it'll open up bump texture. And this is just gonna be it's gonna be flat diamonds. That's what I'm gonna make it. And then your other texture, your diffuse texture will be the texture you used that you drug on top of it. So chain textures. And I used the purple one. And there you go. It's gonna look even weirder now. It won't look like this in game. And then we're gonna go over to this one, and this one's gonna glow. So this one will be different. You have PED for the first one and PED emissive on the second one, right here. Wind will still be at a 0. Your spec will still be at 1. Your frenzel, 0.75. I don't know what I'm doing. My apologies, guys. Okay. So you're going to do all this as the same. Copy all these. Alright, now I'm going to go back to spec map. Actually, this one I'm going to do texture first because that's what I pulled up. And then purple. Spec map. Go back to downloads. Main chain. Not textures. Extras. Spec map. And then bump texture. This will be a glow texture, so it'll be glow diamond bump. And it'll make it look really weird, but trust me, it'll look good in game. And then there, that's everything. You have your chain done. And then once you got that done, you'll hit export. And wherever you want to export it, so it's gonna take a little bit to export this. It'll say Evo working in the bottom left. And then once it starts exporting, you'll get like a little couple of notifications right here. Give it a few seconds, I'll show y'all. You just want to make sure everything's clicked. You know, this always takes a little bit, so just bear with it. Alright, this is what I'm saying, selection. Just make sure everything's selected here. Hit continue. And then it'll export. This takes a while depending on how much poly your chain is. Mine wasn't crazy high, so I don't think it's going to take too long. But I'll see y'all as soon as this gets done. And we'll pick up from there. I'll even show y'all how to import it into your city, depending on how you do it. I have a public test server, so I'm going to go through FileZilla. If you have a local, it'll be through your resources and all that. Each person, but I'm going to show you how to do it the way I have it set up. So I'll see y'all then. Alright, and we're back. So this would be how you put it into your server. So whenever we left off, we had this. This just got done exporting. If you go to your thing, it should have a ODD in the file here. You will need one more app I forgot to mention. It's OpenIV. Let's go in here and delete this. Oh, sorry, hit edit mode. Whenever you open IV, make sure you have a mods folder. So in this case, we already have a file done. For this, all we're gonna do is drag over this ODD file right here. I'm gonna drag it over. It's gonna transfer it. Now it's a YDD file. If you open it, that's how the chain looks. I think it looks decent. 36k polys, not bad. Simple, yet nice. And then you're gonna want to also right click, hit new, texture dictionary YTD. You can just put a random name in because you're gonna want to rename this anyways. You're gonna hit open, double click it, hit import, and then what you're gonna want to do is go into there. And I actually forgot to put the texture inside of there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my main chain information, chain textures, and then do purple. And then just hit save. So you got your texture and your chain here. Now, how I do it is I'm gonna go ahead and rename it while I'm here. So I'm gonna go to FileZilla, which is how I put it into my server. Go down to QB Core Framework, Resources, Standalone, and then my brand, my clothing pack. Go down to, where is it? double click teeth. I'm going to put in 001. Right click, rename, copy it. What should I do? Grab the YDD? Okay, I did. Hit rename here, highlight it all. Just rename it to this. Do it for the YTD also. Rename, Control C. Now you got both of these renamed already. Pull up your glow. And then I'm just going to drag and drop it back into FileZilla after I dragged it into the file. Because you can't transfer from there to there. So I throw it back in here. Plus, this is all you'll need. Whenever you go into a server, all the person needs whenever you go to put it in is these two files. They don't need all this. They just need these two. Drag and drop. This is going to have the same name, so you're going to want to override it, delete the old one, replace it with the new ones. Alright, sorry y'all. You're going to want to go to your TX and restart your server once you put it into your FileZilla. It's going to restart. And once you get this CFX, you should be good. I say like CFX down here. I'm going to go ahead and open up Fivem. There you go. Now it's up. They're gonna want to come over here, which don't mind me. Gotta come over here, hit OK. It's gonna transition to the other build. Gonna load into your test server. And that all it is to importing your own server. It's super easy. Yeah, it's super easy. It's not hard. A little complicated. The hard part is just getting like aluminum appearance to work if that's what you go with for your clothing menu or your clothing pack. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let it load. So there's the chain. In game. I like the way that turned out. That looked decent. Which, if you want to change the texture, you can. Not the texture, but the map. Some of them glow a little more than the other ones. This is just a simple one. I'll show you how it looks glowing. There it looks like glowing. And you can kind of see the shining now. I'll probably go with a different map for next time. I don't really care for that map. But yeah, that's how you get your Fivem chain into your test server. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, you know, do all that fun stuff. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, you can always reach out. I'm more than happy to help y'all. If you need chains done, like I said, our Discord link will be in bio. If you need them done same day, normally. Sometimes we have a volume increase and it takes a little bit. But we try to make y'all #1 priority. And yeah, I appreciate y'all watching and sticking around. Till next time.